What's going on? Yeah, it's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, representing Team King of Games. Let's get a good angle. That's looking good. Alright, so we're going over a pure Lightsworn variant. A lot of people have been requesting Lightsworns from me. Just different builds. The ABC build, update on the ABCs, the update on the Phantom Knight build, and a 60 card like Lightsworn Infernoid, and the pure. So I was like, well, it's been quite some time since I went over some Lightsworns. Reason being, I actually sold my entire Lightsworn core to get an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring when I had 2 to get my 3rd one. And I had to end up picking the deck up again. So shout outs to Team Omega and Tony Tran, because they're pretty much the reason why I got this deck so quick. Like I was looking everywhere for it, and it's just like the people that had it just didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to waste money on Battles of Legend, and there's still cards that I needed that didn't come in that set. So, you know, it came down to basically me getting the deck and then building it, and then like going back and looking over my comments like, dang, who was it that asked for this? All right, got you. So without further ado, we're going to showcase you Lightsworns with no hand traps, by the way. We're doing a bunch of deck profiles with no hand traps just because people have been asking me for it. So 2 copies of JD. I did not get the Punishment Dragons. I didn't get Punishment, and I couldn't get the Twilight Lumina. I also could not get what was it? Eclipse Wyverns. Yeah, it was Eclipse Wyverns, Punishment, and then also Lumina, the Twilight Sworn Shaman. It's kind of sad, but I couldn't get those cards. I'm still gonna pick them up. But we're playing 2 JD right now. Because even so, when I get the Punishment, this is gonna stay as a 2 of. I just didn't want to pick up 3. I didn't want to play 3. I played 3 in the past, and it just didn't work how I thought it would. So we're just doing 2 JDs. And then for the Lightsworns, we played 3 copies of Raiden. Raiden's amazing. This is an actual Lightsworn deck where, like, we're not playing 6 Lightsworns in a 60-card deck calling it Lightsworns. Like, we're not doing that. Like, that zombie deck, it's a zombie deck. It's not a Lightsworn deck. Like, I don't understand that. So 3 Raidens, 2 Luminous. I think Lumina's perfect at 2. I tested her at 3. I have the 3rd one right here. I just hate opening up with her and not having targets and not having ways to mill. And then when you mill, sometimes you don't always mill, like, good enough targets to use her effect. But there are times when she, like, gets the snow out your hand, stuff like that. She works. 3 copies of Wolf. Wolf is a card you're always thinking in the back of your head, please mill Wolf, please mill Wolf, please mill Wolf. And just to extend your board, like, everything could be like a standard just Minerva mill draw cards until you hit the Wolf. And then for some reason, Wolf changes everything. Like, the board just becomes crazier at that point. And then we have 2 copies of Felice. Felice is another one, just like Wolf, you want to be milling this off of Minerva. She has an incredible effect as well, just to out cards. Like, it's just amazing. And milling at the same time. Then we play 2 Garoth. I'm trying to get Minerva and Garoth as quickly as possible so I can try to draw 5 cards. It's an amazing effect. Garoth is in each time. Ignition, he's not an activation. He's similar to Trickstar Licorice and Candina. It's just in each time this happens, this will happen in addition to that. So Garoth is amazing. And then we're playing 2 copies of Lila, the Twilight Lila, and then 1 of the regular one. This one is just Tornado Dragon. I really like opening up with it. It gives you some form of control and allows you to play in your opponent's turn. So you have like this in hand traps, you know, you have somewhat of a way to disrupt your opponent's board. But I chose to play 2 and then 1 of her because when you're going second, you don't always have a way to trigger this because the spell trap has to be activated for her to work. Whereas this one, you can just snipe. So I think the 2-1 works out perfectly for me. I'm not saying don't play 3 of this card. If you want to play 3, play 3. If you want to play 1, play 1. And then 1 copy of Raikou. It's just so cute how Raikou actually outs the sleeper all by itself. Just normal summon, banish, by sleeper. It's amazing. He outs everything. If it can't be targeted or destroyed, he still outs it. That's why I like him as like a really, really clutch one of. And we don't have Baby Minerva. I was like, him or Baby Minerva. And then I thought to myself, Baby Minerva's clutch, but I was like, Raikou is really, really good. I want to play Raikou. So we're playing Raikou. And of course, 3 Snows. I mean, this deck is not very much without Snow. It's still a good deck, but Snow is like how this deck is still a thing. Like, Lightsworns are still a thing. So 3 copies of Goblinberg. We opted to not play Photon Thrashers because it is a tad bit bricky. Believe it or not, he bricks for me. So Goblinberg is a lot better. Unclogs your hands, and he just makes Minerva faster. Then we have 3 copies of the Predaplant, Ophiris Scorpion, or however you pronounce his name. And then the 1 Cobra that you never want to mill. When you mill this, you have like a lot of dead cards in your deck now. Well, not necessarily a lot, because we're not playing the Lone Fire, so you just have technically 3 dead cards. But if we were playing Lone Fires, that's the reason why we're not playing Lone Fires, is because this deck happens to mill the 1-ofs that you never want to mill. Like, it mills the Gym Knights, it mills this, and it's just like, dang, you have a dead engine cards now, and I hate that. So I was like, let's not play Lone Fire, because the problem was, it was like, this was happening too much, and then we had dead cards in deck. I'm not, don't play Lone Fire, just play it if you want to, but I'm not playing it in my build for the time being. If it was a 60 card build, I'd definitely play Lone Fire because you want more ways to get to the Brilliant Fusion if you're playing a 60 card build. This is for the Predaplant combo when you go into Invoke Saber Invoker. And of course, when you mill these, it's great. And then I'm playing 2 Gem Knights because I just really hate when you mill one and you have like everything is like dead Brilliant Fusions, dead Predaplants, like so much dead cards. I hate it. So I was like, let's play 2 to fix the problem. And they're still level 4s. You can still Goblinberg them and just make Minerva. I chose the ones with defense over Garnets, just personal preference, and 1 Gofu to sum up the monster count. Let's see where we are in time. It's looking pretty good. All right, so that sums up the monster count. I wanted to play a lot of Lightsworns because I actually like drawing off of Minerva, and I like being able to destroy cards off Minerva. When you're playing that zombie build with 3 Raidens and 3 Wolves and that's it, it's like, you might draw 1 card. You might ram her into something and like destroy a card, but when you're playing like just pure Lightsworns, the way I feel like it's meant to be, you can maximize on the effect of Minerva because really, it's not necessarily you're milling because you're trying to get snow because most of the time you're able to get snow in your grave before you make Minerva. It's you're milling because you're trying to replenish all the resources that you have expended this turn just trying to make your board possible. So yeah, Minerva's great in actual Lightsworns. I feel like some of those zombie builds and all those 60 card variants that play like 3 Lightsworns, 6 Lightsworns, you can't call that a Lightsworn deck. You really can't. And I know some people are on the same page with me. 3 charge, 3 solar recharge, 3 Brilliant Fusion. Brilliant Fusion is amazing. I feel like it's a staple in Lightsworns at this point. It's just you have to have it. It's mandatory. You don't need it that much, but you kind of do at the same time. It's just like, it's so good. It's way too good to not play. And then Pot of Desires and Metaphors. I just like the Fusion. I tech Metaphors Fusion in quite a few decks, and this is one of them. I just really like the interactions that it gives you where you mill off of Minerva, you know, you draw off the Lightsworns and you shuffle it back and then you mill again. Then you draw again, and it's like every time you put it back into your deck, you mill it again. It's really cool. For the extra deck, we're playing 2 Minerva, 1 Tornado Dragon. If you can get this in Lila, it's a pretty nice board. Baguska for when you brick, Invoke Saber Invoker, Omega. I'm only playing 1 of this because you have to save a lot of space for links, and at the same time, every time they have the option to go double Omega, I'd rather go Omega Minerva or Omega and then Baguska or Omega and then Tornado Dragon. It's just so many more options. Like, yeah, it's cool to hand rape them sometimes, but only 2 synchros, Omega and Michael. Also, I really need to open up a slot for Black Rose and then Seraphonite. The rest are just going to be link monsters. Double Firewall, Trigate, Decode, Ib, Proxy, and Mistis. We don't have Link Spider in the extra deck. Reason being is because the way I use the Gofu, I just link 2 tokens into Proxy, and then I link the Proxy and the Gofu into Decode. And then there's also times where like you have Lumina, and you can just like synchro for Omega, so you're just like, you know what, forget it. Like, let's just leave the tokens, let's synchro for Omega, let's grow out the extra monster zone, and like let's go off from there. So I'm not playing the Link Spider, and also because we're not playing Ningaritsu, so like Link Spider only comes up when you're going like Link, Proxy, link those into Ningaritsu. You know, it helps breaking boards, but I don't have Ningaritsu. That pretty much sums up the deck profile. Let me know your honest opinion and feedback. I'm not a Lightsworn expert. I know the deck. I've played with it for a long time. Like in and out. Like I picked up the deck and sold it like numerous times. It's been like what, 10 years since the debut of the deck. And when Lightsworn first came out, I was one of those dudes who was like rushing to pick the cards up. Like, believe it or not, it was an expensive deck a long time ago. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and sign out because I've got a lot of other deck profiles to do and a lot of information to give to you guys. It's just regards, basically in regards concerning the channel and what we're trying to do this year to start things up. God bless you guys. Make good choices and don't hurt your brain cells. You'll be hearing from me soon. Peace.